The UPC faction, led by Lira Municipality MP Akena, has endorsed 2 of its party members to serve as ministers in the NRM government.
Thank you.
Akena told journalists that the decision was reached at a retreat held over the weekend.
As a cabinet, we debated the matter honestly, openly, and came to the decision that the UPC cabinet endorses the appointment of Honorable Amongi and Honorable Ruth Achieng.
But members of the Otunnu-led faction consider the appointment of the 2 opposition politicians as unlawful. The National Mobilization Secretary Isha Oto expressed his disapproval in a phone interview.
They have been doing business for quite some time, which has now ended into the appointment of Betty Amongi and Ruth Achieng. But all that is illegal.
The president recently appointed Akena's wife, Betty Amongi, the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. He also appointed the former Kole Woman MP, Ruth Achieng, the State Minister for Fisheries. But their appointment did not come as a surprise to many political observers, especially after the Akena-led faction entered into an alliance with the NRM party in November last year. Back then, President Museveni announced his party was in talks with the UPC during his campaigns in the Lango sub-region.
I appreciate the stand of UPC led by Akena.
Akena
says the party is in the process of formalizing its alliance with the NRM party.
We are going to appoint a negotiating team to come up with a clear position on the memorandum of understanding which we are going to develop between UPC and the government.
No member of UPC party can ever work with NRM party or the leadership of Yoweri Museveni. That will never happen.
Political analysts have in the past described the UPC-NRM alliance as a marriage of convenience that President Museveni pushed for to win votes in the Lango sub-region. Akena's late father, Milton Obote, openly expressed disdain for President Museveni when he was still a guerrilla leader in the 1980s. Akena says the partnership with the NRM party will not stop UPC ministers and members of parliament from representing their constituents.
Whether or not we are in the shadow cabinet, it does not mean we cannot express ourselves and our views cannot be heard.
This won't be the first time the UPC is entering into a political alliance. In 1996, during the elections, the UPC joined hands with DP under Paul Kawanga Semogere to defeat Yoweri Museveni. 20 years later, the UPC is yet into another alliance, this time changing the goalposts, allying with the NRM. But the terms of reference of this alliance are yet to be disclosed. Habad Ziwa, NTV.